Recently, we looked at some beautiful maps that were in development prior to the release of the workshop. Well, now the workshop is out, and most of these have made it onto it, so make sure to go check them out and give them some much deserved love. Let's take a look at some maps that are starting to populate the feed. First, with this pretty shameless look at CS2's training map. Not to be biased, but this is 100% the best aim training map to ever exist in the history of Counter-Strike. It's just incredible. It's even the most popular right now, so what is it to say? Just go subscribe to it already. All the usual suspects exist in this one. The classic range for shooting static targets is there, with some different distance options. Rush mode is there, named after me of course, and a shuffle mode, which I absolutely suck at. Okay, bag secured, let's move on to the next. Aimbots is pretty good too. Next up is a legacy map by Crash. Crosshair Generator V4 comes to CS2, so if you want to play around and find the right crosshair for you, this could be a good option. The map features many pro crosshairs to help you find the right one for you. Crash Z also has a view model generator, so if you're looking to customize some things, go check them out. Only Up took the CSGO KZ world by storm a few months back, and now you can have a go in CS2. A fun but unforgiving rage map which will help you get a better feel of the current CS2 movement. For your first time, make sure to give it some time, as it's much about endurance as it is about skill. It still requires some skill though, it's not that easy. But you're a future pro, right? You can do it. Let's look at some Surf maps, as they are slowly starting to trickle in. Surf Beginner is a classic map ported over to CS2 by Zen. Surf overall works in CS2, and it is fairly close to the older titles. With time, it could even get closer. If you have any experience in surfing, there is a good chance you will recognize this map. If not, it's a great beginner map to practice on, as it's stage-based. You will feel accomplished after beating a stage, but don't get too discouraged if you spend a little too long on one. Learning surf can take a bit of time, but I'm sure you can do it. I mean, if I can do it, come on. Staying on the slopes, Surf Utopia, another classic map ported by Zen. And with this one, you'll get a glimpse at some of the new CS2 lighting, sort of. In the future, we should start to see some of these maps recreated from scratch for CS2, utilizing all the new tools, and those maps are gonna be gorgeous. But they may take a bit of time. Utopia is where we see some issues of ramp bugs, especially on the curved areas, so just be aware of that because you can avoid it. Hopefully something can be done about the ramp bugs in the future. Valve, please fix. More for you movement players, B-Hop Color is one of the first few B-Hop maps we are seeing on the workshop. While the B-Hopping doesn't feel quite one-to-one of the past, it still feels pretty decent, and fun can still be had. This map, along with others, but not all, come pre-baked with all the commands already set up so you could just start B-Hopping instantly. Just subscribe to the map and start having some fun. B-Hop Space is another great B-Hop map I remember playing back in the day. A little harder and a little longer, but it's also very enjoyable. For this one, I had to add the B-Hop commands to play, so give it a Google and I'm sure you'll find all the commands. Just put them in your console, you know how to do it, I'm sure. A remake of this map with the new PBR materials will go a long way, so look out for that in the future, as I hope someone will be working on it. Who knows, maybe you're watching and you want to remake it, and then I would urge you to do that. Please do that. Out with the old and in with the new. Or is it? Feeling nostalgic already? Well, one of the great things about the workshop is you can go and revisit the past all while in the new engine. Loading up Dust 2 Classic teleports you back in time to see how your forefathers played CS. I know a lot of you weren't around back then, but if you were, I think it's really nice to see how far we've come. Don't expect your lineups to work though, a lot's changed since then. This one is a bit for me. DZ_Blacksite was one of my favourite maps in Danger Zone, and while we don't have DZ yet in CS2, I'm sure we will with time. You know when it one day gets released, I'll be back in the servers and bumping around, as it looks like the mechanics should stay the same. Personally, I'm very curious how some future maps will look in this mode. Even though most people don't realize it, I believe Danger Zone is really a gem of Counter-Strike, and it would be a shame to lose it. So, another prayer to Valve and maybe we get it. But in the meantime, you can still download the map and play a little bit in CS2, even if there's no bump mines. Finally, let's look at a game mode that I pretty much started playing Counter-Strike for many years ago, and that's Zombie Escape. A larger player-based game mode where the goal was to make it to the end of a map without turning into a zombie. It's pretty simple, you just follow the pack and shoot zombies. I played this way too much when I was younger, but it was time well spent. I did have a lot of fun, and it was the first time in gaming where I felt like I was a part of like a collective of people all trying to do one goal. And also, if you turn into a zombie, everything is flipped. Now you're an attacker and you have to try to kill the survivors. You can do this by shanking them. You do have a lot of health, so you can close the distance, but you will get shot a lot and you will get rebounded all over the place, but it is still a good time. There are some pretty big communities working on getting all these maps ported over, and I truly wish them the best of luck. It's a game mode that I don't want to see die out. This has been just a fraction of what we are seeing on the workshop so far, so head over and have a look for yourself, as every day there'll be new maps. There are a lot of people working hard to get maps onto the workshop, so the least we can do is give some a download and have a go.